I'm trying to figure out whether Deontay Wilder is actually serious about this 50-50 split for a fight between him and Joshua. Is he actually serious? And is this what his team are trying to pursue as well? Because if they really are trying for 50-50, then as far as I'm concerned, that is a smoking gun, which shows that they don't want to fight. I spoke in a recent video about the possibility that there's some kind of collusion going on behind the scenes between Hearn and Finkel, a way of them building up the fight without their fighters knowing that the two sides are colluding, because they want the fighters at each other's throats. So this is a theory which has been proposed to me by several people who leave comments on my videos, and it's a theory which I'm starting to think might have some substance, to be honest with you. I can't say it's true, so don't misquote me. I am not saying it's true, but I'm starting to suspect that it might have some substance. I'm starting to come around to the idea that that could be what's going on here. So the stuff that the promoters say, I'm not going to read too much into, but what the fighters say, I'm going to read more into. And when a fighter like Deontay Wilder is saying the fight's not happening unless it's 50-50, if he's serious and that's not some promotional stuff or a negotiation tactic, you know, you go high, I go low. If he's serious, then he don't want to fight. It's as simple as that. And anybody who is seriously saying that Deontay Wilder should get 50-50, or that is even a realistic percentage to ask for, if you're Deontay Wilder, you must be smoking crack. Deontay Wilder doesn't earn a fraction of what Anthony Joshua earns per fight. How can you step to somebody and say, give me 50-50 when you're on, what, 10% of what they earn per fight? It's insanity. And not only are you only on 10% of what they earn, but you've only got one belt and he's got 3 belts. Your best win is over a guy who is purportedly 48 years old. Joshua's had wins over a fellow champion in his 20s in Joseph Parker. Dylan White, a top contender in his 20s. Vladimir Klitschko, who was only 1 fight removed from being a long reigning heavyweight champion, and is somebody who Stacey McKinley, for example, a top American trainer, said when he saw Klitschko in the ring against Joshua, that was the best Klitschko he's ever seen. That's what Stacey McKinley said. And he's not biased, he's not a Joshua fanboy, but he said Klitschko looked tremendous, and Klitschko looked tremendous to me too. Klitschko in that fight, to me, looked better than he did against Fury. And I know that Fury's a different style and Joshua was easier to hit than Fury, but I just mean the sharpness. He was lighter than he was against Fury, and he just had more intent behind what he was doing than he did against Fury. That's the best Vladimir that I've seen for a while, the one that fought Anthony Joshua. So Joshua has definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, fought better fighters than Deontay Wilder has fought. There's just no question. His resume is far stronger. And he makes far more money. He fights in huge stadiums. So for this guy Wilder, a guy who's getting 2 to 3 mil a fight, to be demanding 50-50, it's absurd. It means, if he's serious about it, that he doesn't want to fight. If he's actually serious about the 50-50 offer, he don't want to fight. Simple as that. So he talks about all this in this particular offer, you know, responding to Joshua hanging around for a signature. He says there's no date and there's no venue for the fight. Well, the contract which is on the way to Deontay Wilder right now, which has a flat fee of $15 million on it, it does have a date and it does have a venue. The venue is Wembley Stadium and the date is April, whatever it is. I forget the exact date, but it's in April. Hearn has put the date out there publicly and put the venue out there publicly. So when Wilder receives this contract with Anthony Joshua's signature on it, all he needs to do to guarantee himself a $15 million payday and guarantee himself an Anthony Joshua fight is sign the contract. Simple as that. And as I've said before, yeah, I can understand if he tries to negotiate for more money, but talking about 50-50 is just silly. That just proves that he doesn't want to fight. And Shelly Finkel, Wilder's co-manager has come out and said, he says here, or actually, let me talk about this in the next video because he's responding to something that Eddie Hearn has just said. And I think this is theatrics along with what Eddie Hearn has said here. But in this particular video, go and have a watch of this interview here, people, where Wilder is talking about the Joshua situation. I want to hear what Wilder has to say once he receives the contract with Joshua's signature on it, with a date and a venue. Let's see what Wilder has to say. Let's see what he does. And as I've said before, I think Hearn and Joshua are greedy. I'm not going to sit here and tell you they're the most ethical, fair people in boxing. No, I think they are greedy. But at the same time, Wilder's not going to get more than 15 million fighting anybody else in the near future. He's not going to get anywhere close to that amount fighting anybody else in the near future. So as greedy as Hearn and Joshua might be, they're still going to pay him way more money than anybody else will. So he would be mad, he would be a fool to turn that money down unless he doesn't really want to fight. So let me know how you guys feel about this in the comment section below. It's Hatman, I'm out.